Shalom, this is a new Ben Israel at the Island Hebrew. Today's video is called the Hair Test Fake 12 Tribe Chart. Many non-Negro Hispanics come on my site trying to argue with me up and down, Hebrews. Their attempts to alter my mind and my biblical stance on that fake 12 tribe chart is useless. The Bible tells us not to give our honor unto another. Come with me to Proverbs chapter 5 verse 9. Proverbs 5 verse 9. Lest thou give thine honor unto others and thy years unto the cruel. See, our law and history book instructs us not to do so. And I try to keep it in the forefront of my mind. And I defend the faith with the ability that the Most High has given me to the best of my ability. Come with me to Ezekiel chapter 44 verse 7. Ezekiel chapter 44 verse 7. In that ye have brought into my sanctuary strangers, uncircumcised in heart and uncircumcised in flesh, to be in my sanctuary, to pollute it, even my house, when ye offer my bread, the fat and the blood, and they have broken my covenant because of all your abominations. Before, no person wanted to be associated with the Negro, but today it's fashionable. But on a more serious note, Hebrew, it's more spiritual and heavenly to be aligned to the Negro today because of the truth of the scriptures opening up wider to the masses. The biblical evidence and even the secular evidence have been mounting ever so higher and higher over the entire planet. And you know I'm telling you the truth. Just so turn on YouTube. And Black Junction TV and other outlets, and you're going to see the awakening of the Israelites is on the rise. No stopping it. The reality of the Negroes being the true physical Israelites have taken center stage whether they want it or not. For no one can resist the power and the decrees of the Most High Elohim. For by Elohim's strength shall no man prevail. All his adversaries shall be broken in pieces. What he has decreed must come to pass, i.e., the awakening of his chosen people, his chosen nation, the Negroes, a.k.a. Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. A person can, on my channel, I'll repeat, sometimes I can't understand my own writing. I make sure I write the video because sometimes if I just ad-lib, I will forget important parts that I want to put in the video, so I write the video. Sometimes I write so chicken scratch, sometimes I can't read my own writing. Let me start over at this point. A person can come on my channel. He is a white Hispanic, probably Mexican. So for the last 2 days, I had this guy come on my channel. He kept sending me comments on one of my videos about the fake 12 tribe chart, trying to convince me that white Hispanics, Mexicans are part of Israel. Let me read it again. A person came on my channel. He is a white Hispanic, probably Mexican. He believes that Mexicans are Israelites as well. He got offended on my videos because, as you know me, family, the only Israelites are Negro. There is Israel, then there's everyone else. At the Island Hebrew, I see only two types of people: Israelites and then heathen Gentiles. The sons of the most living Elohim, then the sons of man, the Goyim. I express this sentiment in all my videos relating to that fake 12 tribe chart. 100% Israelite, 100% of the time. There is no room for inclusion of any kind at the Island Hebrew. And for my subscribers, it should be that way with you as well. Okay, hold on. So I told this man, since, in his Gentile heart, he truly believes he is indeed Israel. I told him I will give him a quick, short test to gauge if truth inhabits in his mind, body, and soul. Hebrews, this was the question I presented to him. I told him that I will present to him scripture from one of the major prophets. I wanted him to read these verses, research them, and ensure that I am not using them out of context. And I told him after he reads it, just tell me yes or no if you believe what was penned by the major prophet. I also told him, if you believe the Bible now and are a law keeper, as you say you are, it shouldn't be a hard test for you. So Hebrews, I presented Isaiah chapter 3, verse 16 to 24. Let me repeat that. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 16 to 24. And remember, Hebrews, these are my notes. I share my notes with you. All the videos that you have seen of me, of the Island Hebrew, are my notes. This is how I show love to the brethren. I share what I've learned from my teacher, who lives in Israel, who's a Negro, who has over 30 years in this walk, who I trust, and to me is a man of Elohim, and he has demonstrated in his life. I share what I've learned from him and others with you. And you need to do the same. Use this as ammunition when somebody comes up to you saying about that fake 12 tribe chart, white Hispanics, Indians, and you know, as those ABC crazy camps try to say, you know, Irish people and you know, any white person that has rhythm or talks cool or whatever, they must be a Jake. That's craziness. Use this on them with when they present to you that there's other people that are Israelites outside of the Negro. Okay, Isaiah chapter 3, verse 16 to 24. Moreover, the Most High saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks, and wanton eyes, walking and menacing as they go, and making a tingling with their feet. Therefore the Most High will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Most High will discover their secret parts. Verse 18 of Isaiah chapter 3. In the day the Most High will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and their cowls, and their round tires like the moon. Verse 19. The chains and the bracelets and the muffles. Verse 20. The bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings. Verse 21 of Isaiah 3. The rings and the nose jewels. Verse 22. The changeable suits of apparel and the wimples and the crisping pins. Verse 23 of Isaiah 3. The glasses and the fine linen and the howls and the veils. Verse 24. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink, and instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of well set hair, baldness, and instead of stomachers, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. I then told the Gentile viewer to concentrate on verse 17 and verse 24. I told him to repeat it, which says, therefore the Most High will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion. In verse 24, and I'll just get to the main part of it, and it says, and it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. It says stink, but I'm going to say it in ghetto language, stink. And instead of a girdle, a rent. And instead of well set hair, baldness. And I told him, it is saying all the women of Israel, not some but all, because it uses the term daughters of Zion. It did not say that this curse would just fall on the women of Judah, Levi, and Benjamin, according to that fake 12 tribe chart. Also, when you look up the daughter of Zion in the Strongs, the Hebrew is broken up into two parts. Daughter, which is H1323, meaning as destination of women of a particular place, as a personification, and daughters and villages. And the word Zion is H6726, another name for Jerusalem, especially in the prophetic books. So as you can see, when it says the daughters of Zion, it means all the tribes, all the women of all the tribes of Israel, not just Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, as those fake 12 tribe believers try to push that lie onto the masses. So we can be fooled to think that the biblical curses at times can only affect certain tribes and not the whole family of Israel. That Gentile viewer agreed in part, then has not returned thus far. But I'm going to tell you, just before I put this video up, he sent me a crazy text message in submission. And I thanked him too. He says, wow, what must the feeling to... You know what? Let me get it for you. Hold on. Put my notebook down, and I'm gonna tell you what he wrote. And you know what? I'm gonna show it too on camera. Hold on. Okay. I gotta try not to put his name. See if you can see it. It's not gonna come in. But anyway, I'm gonna tell you what he wrote. He wrote, you know, and he's a believer in a 12-tribe chart. Said he was either some white, Hispanic, or Mexican. At the end of these 2 days of him arguing, going back and forth with me, after I sent him this last one, this test, that's why I made this video. When you have people like that coming against the nation of Israel in regards of giving our honor to others, utilize this, Hebrews. This is what he wrote. I'm not going to tell you his name. And I like this guy. I told him that Israel had alliances of the other nations from time to time in our history. So I told him he is a alliance brother of mine. Because I said, anybody that's hates this world system, is against these white demons and their system, is a friend of mine. A friend alliance of mine. This is what he wrote. Hold on. This wasn't planned. I didn't plan to put this in. So, but I'm reading now. This is what he wrote. He said, all Israelites are what we know as Negroes. The more you read, the more it will become apparent. Just know you have a Mexicano friend who are willing to fight along with you. Some of us see the truth and must help you rise. Shalom, he says, shalom and forever be blessed. It should be an amazing feeling for your people. Yahweh bless. So this Gentile, who the Most High apparently had to open his mind to this because he was fighting me tooth and nail for 2 days, constantly sending me crazy comments, must open his eyes to the truth. So he's correct. It's a blessing, Hebrews, and you take it as a blessing that your eyes and your ears have been opened. Because just because you're a Negro, just because you're a part of the family of the Most High, he could have closed your minds and you could be a 2/3 on your way to be missile food in World War III. You know, so let me see if I have anything more. Okay, let me read this last part and then we'll call it quits. All right, so Hebrews uses this biblical hair test curse of Isaiah 3 on all who try to include in our heritage. This is more ammunition at your disposal, so use it. I always share my thoughts and biblical notes with the house of Israel and the house of Judah, who are the Negroes. So this is a new Ben Israel at the island Hebrew used the hair test curse on all our enemies, on all our adversaries who try to take away our biblical heritage and include themselves. Until next time, Shalom. I hope this video was edifying.